Boom, boom. This is Henry, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got Hero Cantare up on tab today. I hope I pronounced that right. I've been hearing Cantare, I've been Cantare. I've heard of all things, but we're going to go with Cantare because it sounds cooler. So here's what we got. I've got progressed through the game pretty good. I've opened up all units except for the arena team on team arena here. That's at 825. I'm working up there, but I'm at 7 right now. So I've opened up all the basic stuff. Let's take a look. I've made a few changes to the team here. So I've had some pretty good luck with the drawing. I did another drawing this morning on the Coon Bam banner. I did not get Coon, but I did not get Bam, but I got Coon, which is why I was able to take him up. So he's limited him up to 4 stars. So happy about that. As you know, Chloris and Coon were my 2 originals that I took. Charlotte, I just got Charlotte yesterday actually, and I've been leveling her up. She's a dark character. So I was running Coon, Chloris. I had Chloris pretty up, and I took out Aaron because she wasn't doing much damage. I had her mainly in there as a secondary heal, but I'm to the point now where I'm doing so much damage I really don't need a secondary heal. So I went ahead and replaced Charlotte with Aaron. So I'm currently using Coon, Chloris, Charlotte, and Ilpio Park. Now, Charlotte has an interesting kit in the fact that she buffs dark characters. So if you have dark characters, she can apply. So this attacks 2 opponents in the front row with 90, and inflicts 20% additional damage. Okay, so that's for everybody. But now this one, the second one, is attack 2 opponents in the back row and blinds them with 50% probably for 2 turns. But it boosts Darkness Hero's attack by 30% for 2 turns. Okay. And then our third one, Lucid Dream, is attack all opponents with 100%, inflicts 150 additional damage to opponent with the highest attack, and generates a shield with 20% for 2 turns to the hero with darkness attribute. So what we've got here is we've got a character that buffs dark characters. So if you're going to run a dark team, she would be an excellent choice. So I was thinking that maybe I just drew Hilda when I did the second roll on the second hit on the Coon banner. I pulled Hilda. So I'm seriously considering bringing her in here, primarily because she's a tank. If you look at her emblem that they give her on the outside here, it's the shield emblem, which is the tank emblem. So she would be able to go along in the front along with Chloris, who's doing my primary tanking right now, and just be advised that she's doing excellent. You definitely need to get Chloris. So I would suggest, if you don't have Chloris, re-rolling, and when you get to level 1-5 and you get that multi-summon, just keep multi until you get Chloris. She's excellent in PvP, she's excellent in PvE, she's all around an SSS rank character in all phases of the games as far as I'm concerned. Coon is excellent as well too. The buffs he gives, and the buffs are not generic to just fire elements, he gives these buffs to all people, and he picks the person that has the highest attack and buffs them. Okay, so he chooses your strongest character and buffs them even more. So that's why I'm still using Ilpio Park, even though he's only an S character. Actually, he's going to be switching over to Charlotte now because Charlotte is doing more damage than Ilpio now. So so Charlotte's going to be starting doing the damage. So I'm thinking, you have so I'm thinking with Coon and Charlotte buffing Hilda, it would be a good choice to put her, and I would definitely have a frontline team. And then in the future, when we get out to 6 lanes, you'll have 2 more options open where you can bring in 6 characters. I can bring Bam, and between Ilpio and Yuriha or Aaron, depending on if I need more healing, have those as maybe the 6th character until I get my hands on another SS character. So I should be getting Bam within the next 2 days, because as you know, Black March Bam is uh, is up in the relay missions on 6 right here. You get him. Okay, that's Black March Bam. So the reason people are pulling on the banner is so they'll have limit breaks for him, and that's the reason I've been pulling on the banner. No BAMs, but I have got 2 Coons. So Coon is my first 4-star, my first limit break. That banner is going to be up. You definitely want to be focusing on that banner. I will be drawing on that banner again. I've got 83, so I've got enough to do almost 2 more, but I'm just waiting to see if anything rolls out because um, uh, uh, but this is definitely the banner you want to focus on, primarily because you know you're going to get a Black March Bam. So if you get him in here, um, you'll automatically be able to take him to 4-star. I've been fortunate enough to get Coon, so I'm hoping to get Bam, so that way I'll be able to have Coon and Bam at 4-star. Now, if you've happened to luckily drew maybe Sora, out of these two, I think Miryu's the best, but Sora's not bad. So if you have Sora or Miryu in your team already, you might want to draw on this banner. Um, from what I'm hearing, these 4 characters that they've gotten, these 2 banners are top ranked characters, and are feasible for in game. So they're very excellent banners. So, but to go on, so it's working out pretty good. I really like the game. I like the way they've got it set up. I'm up at 7 right now, 7-2, I think. So we'll go ahead, and that's hard actually. I've already started on hard mode because you need to do 5 hard mode to get your dailies. So I decided to go ahead and do those for the first today just to get the daily. I can't actually complete my dailies yet because you need to do Team Arena, which is not until level 8. So I'm just going to use the rest of my stamina to go ahead and pump through. I won't spoil the screens for you there. So you can get on the story. It's an interesting story. As is, I know depictions of the different characters in the anime. But as you can see, this is what I've got right here. So, see, I really haven't. As you can see, Chloris is not having any trouble. They immediately go for her, and she'll just heal herself. So, I mean, I defeated a character that had 5,000 more points than me in PvP. Um, and I had very little health taken away because here goes. This is the full heal that she knocks off. It heals all characters and applies the shield as well as damage immunity. So, she's just a beast. If you want to go anywhere in PvP, you're going to need a Chorus. And as you can see right now, Coon is buffing Charlotte. So Charlotte's doing the best damage for me. So that's good. Also, I'll make sure as you get into 6 and 7, you should start beginning A ranked equipment. So you should be upgrading all of your characters to A ranked equipment. I have not seen anything above A rank yet. I assume that maybe you probably only be able to get that within the Advent boss. So that's a little ways away. So, but as you can see, I'm not having any trouble. Now, on some of the dimension levels and stuff, you're allowed to start using 5 characters in there. So understand that the ability to use more characters will become prevalent. So you don't want to focus on just 4 characters. You want to focus on having 6, but you want to be slow with that at first, simply because you're not going to have the mats to focus on a lot of characters early in the game. Although I am impressed with how much they're giving us the upgrade mats. You get like 15 or 20,000 each. Of course, when you're getting up to level 40s and stuff, it's starting to take 20,000 to actually level them up. I haven't found any shortage in any gold or the mats as of yet. I'm going to be doing a video a little bit later on Bleach Immortal Soul, and starting to see the actual issues that are starting to come out with that game is gold, believe it or not. They have not increased the amount of gold that you're getting since the beginning of the game, but they've increased once you get your characters up at 4 epic. The equipment, and it takes a lot of gold, and they really don't change the fact. So gold's becoming a serious stepping stone. So I'm hoping they'll make an adjustment to that and maybe increase the amount of gold we can get. Because I actually had to max out the Midas touch for a bunch of times with the with crystals just to get some gold. So, but I'll talk about that later. It's still moving along. I'm still progressing. It's just halted my progression quite a bit. Um, but as you can see here, we're not having any trouble. Charlotte again, the max damage. Of course, Yoon's doing the buff, and I'll be taking out Ipio here, and I'm going to stick in Charlotte. I just need to get a little bit more mats before I do it, and make a determination. But it would be nice to have a tank on the front line, and this way I could put Charlotte and Kuhn on the back line, and then have tank, even though she's healer Chloris, and then tank Hilda right there. But I want to take a look at some other Hilda's qualifications. If she's just focused, if she has good PvE and PvP stats, I'll buff her up. But if she's not good in PvP or PvE, I'll probably just hold off. I do like the fact that she's dark and she would be buffed by Charlotte, so I think that increases her value a good bit. But I'll have to do a little bit more work on her. But for right now, I've just been running through the lanes. As you can see, I'm still 3-starring it. But yeah, it's a good game. You definitely want to focus on. There's a couple of things that you want to focus on. Let me show you what they are. Now, to advance in the relay missions, you've got to open up the artifact, and artifact is opened up in the awakening of the character. So if you go into awake, you see you need to open up this right here. This is the relic slot. You have to open up this twice. You have to do it yesterday you had to do it once, and again today. So you have to open it up for another character. But so you want to focus on, I focused on this first because I saw this awesome buff, which is an excellent buff. And I decided to go for that on her first simply because I had her on the front line as a tank, and this boost, it gave her hit points and defense, okay, and a 10% damage deflection boost. So this was important for a tank. That's a tank type qualification right there. So that's why I went for that. And then after that, I went to this. So the next one I'm going to focus on is, of course, Kuhn. So what I'm going to be doing is to open up Kuhn's relic slot. So so what you do is, this is what you get. Now, the relic slot is always down here. The passive slot is always up here. So this is a 15% attack boost and a 10% speed boost. Very, very good. But I need to complete this to get him. So to do that, I have to open up this right here, which is accuracy awakening. Okay, and I'm not going to have enough. I need one more of these. So these right here are what you need to focus on. These are called memory stones. Okay, memory stones, the easiest way to obtain memory stones I've found is in the story. If you go to world, it's either dimension gap or dimension crack. I can't remember which one it is. Not that one. It is this one. Yes, dimension crack right here as a reward for doing the checkpoint right here. And this takes the skill level up from everything here. But you're doing this, as you see, you can get these because you can't get it anywhere else. You can't get it just by doing a nature crack. You only get those, and you only get those. It's called the hero crack, and you can only get those, and you can only go. So as you can see that. But so the hero crack is definitely where you want to go. I'm going to run this once because I actually need to get. So we're still only 4 here. I'm hoping this will go up to a 6 because it's going to start getting harder. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't beat this. And what you want to do, yeah. So that's a good way to get those to get that material, and that's going to be a big material. I'm hoping that in the future they'll determine some type of way where we can get these a little bit more, simply because awakening is going to be one of the primary awakening, and this is a little bit different. They only have limit breaks here, but the awakening, you can actually awaken your characters. You don't need to get duplicates and stuff to do awakening, so that's pretty good. So that's a little bit different than in some normal games. But you're going to have to keep your characters fully enhanced. I try to keep at least 2 or 3 above the other characters I'm going against. you know, and, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to get to 6 characters before, I start to see, because uh, before Chloris starts to, where she's going to need a little bit of help assisting. But I haven't seen it. She's having no problem beating characters. I'm having no problem in PvP beating characters that are more higher than I am in skill level and power level. And they really don't do much damage to me because she heals it. Her heal is just awesome. And I'm sure that passive, you definitely want to get that passive under Awaken for her, because that just cements her as a tank. Okay, so the checkpoint stage. So this is 16 right here. Now after this one, it will it'll end, and I'll get the 2 that I need. So I have to beat this one before I'm actually gonna be able to get the things. And as you can see, it's starting to get harder because the characters are up around 52. So I didn't know if I was going to be able to quite beat this one or not, since I'm being out leveled here, enhancements. But as you can see, Chloris seems to be doing a pretty good job. And as you can see, the attack boost that Kun throws out, which is why I'm saying he's definitely OP. A lot of people were saying that he was OP in the beginning, and that it definitely does. It shows pretty quick with that attack boost. I mean, it just makes things a whole lot tougher. Okay, so that's the checkpoint secured. Okay, so and I got the 2. Okay, so I can leave now. Okay, so but yeah, you definitely want to focus on these, because you can get these things here. You need these as well. The dimension is used for awakening as well. So this dimension crack is going to be your awakening location for the mats for that. So let's go ahead and take a look now. Let's go into Hero, and let's go into Kun, and let's go to his Awaken, and we should be able to open this up. Yeah, so we can awaken that. So successfully opened the relic slot. Okay, so I do have a relic slot capability on him now. I do have some relics, but first let's go ahead and do this relay here, and that's going to be mission step 4 and claim. So I did open 2 relic slots, so I also have to open up one more of the passive slots. So I'll have to do Kun on that as well. So I'm going to need another 60 before. I've already got a lot of the other ones done for tomorrow. Just have to clear the Phoenix tomorrow, and my attendance. So this one, so I'll already have, once I do the Phoenix, I haven't done the Phoenix yet. I've done the 2 others. I've done the fire, and I did the fire and the earth one, because that's what most of my characters were. So I haven't focused on the other one. So, but I'll be able to complete tomorrow's almost instantly, and I've also got a few into the 6 done. But yeah, definitely want to do C10 on this dimension gap, because that's how you get BAM. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at that now. So what are your relics? Well, relics, you get these. You seem to get these for rewards and stuff on various things. I was fortunate enough to draw a extremely attractive relic that I've got. It's an SS plus, or an SS relic. So this is, I guess, assume this is a top of the line relic. And it, as you can see, it doesn't. The stats it gives are not super, but it's this that really does. It says boosts all allies' defense by 10%, and the heroes take 4% of this damage instead. So I'm focusing some of the damage onto Chloris, which is why I'm hoping to get a tank, so I can focus it onto my tank. So I do have a tank now, so that's one of the reasons. But this is it right here. So it's an SS. I assume that's a good one. And Charlotte, Kun's back at the beginning, so we gotta go back to the other one. So so I was just going to look at some of these relics. I got a lot of S relics, so let's take a look at this one. HP 6 damage when buffed. Recovers 7% of the attack at the start of the turn. 3% attack boost on 2 chain skills. That's interesting. That's interesting. Um, do I have one that's associated with Coon specifically? I don't think I do. Some of these are associated with the hero. I don't see, it doesn't seem to show any, it doesn't seem to show like this would be good for Chico. So I'm not sure if that's associated with them. I'm not sure if if these are required to actually do it. Okay, so this is a 3% attack boost on 3 chain skills. Those don't happen very often. 4% boost to allies recovery effect. I really haven't had a problem with characters dying. So this one right here, the one that boosts 2 chain skills here, those happen pretty good. So that's probably the one I'm going to use for right now, until I can get a better one. So I'll just equip that one. Okay, so that's what that is. So that's what you do under your relics. So I've got to get this one, and then I've got to get this one right here to actually complete that. So I'm going to need to get 60 of these. Now you also get these offline when you're doing every morning when I log on and I go into my story and click on the claim. I always get like 10 or 15 of those. So that's another way that you can get them if you don't do it through the dimension. But as of right now, that's really the only 2 places I've seen. So getting it in your offline and running it through the dimension crack seems to be the only way that I've seen to get them. I mean, I've looked in the store. That's not the store that I was looking in. It's in the shop. Where's the shop at? How do you get to the shop? Oh, you have to go into World and then go into Pop-Up Store. I was looking in here. I haven't seen it here. I have seen the actual shards, but have failed to see any type of of those materials in here. Which I was hoping would be in here because I wouldn't mind spending a little bit of money. But there's this level up quest here, which you can level up the store, and it's supposed to change you get higher class rewards. So maybe we'll be able to up it up, because I'm only on C's right now. But the problem is it uses a lot of your level up materials. I've got 875. Well, I'll go ahead and 100,000. I'll go ahead and level it up just to see if it happened. Okay, so here's what we've got now. Okay, we've got ice shards. Still no. Did get starting to get some crit hit material, which is nice, but it's still only B level. Advancement materials are nice on arena tickets, but still not seeing those. I was hoping we'd be able to get those mats in here as well, because I have not seen them anywhere else. I did a full first floor on a dimension gap, like 10 floors, and didn't see it in there at all. Hero Dungeon is basically just for the characters. This is where you're going to get shards. So if you don't have the character and you're not getting drops in it, then you can get the shards in the Hero Dungeon. And as you get it, it opens up the shard, but you have to get to a certain level. It's like this is bam, I have him, but since I'm not focusing on him, I just did the first one to get some of the the resources that you can use in the store. But yeah, so this is a way that you can try to get shards for the characters, so that you can another way, which is good. I'm glad that there are multiple avenues that you can explore for different things. Okay, so that's what I want to do. But yeah, remember to focus on that. Focus on the world and focus on the dimension crack in there to get those mats. And keep an eye on that relay mission and make sure you complete those so that you can get Black March Bam when you get to days. I think it's 6. When you get to 6, yeah, mission step 6 is where you want to get to. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching the video. Go ahead and put a like on the video if you like it, and go ahead and click the subscribe button if you want to notify whenever I drop a video. Click on that bell. All right, so this is Ken Rear. I'm in a corner, signing out.